Hey there, everypony! Rosepal here, and welcome back to Brain Culture Stories, the show I talk about everything MLP Friendship Magic. Now, before I start, I want to explain what I'm planning to do for this season. I won't be doing a review on every episode this time because I figured I could do other videos during hiatuses and also bringing new and exciting stuff to the table. And I'm also going to learn new video software that I haven't used before, Adobe Premiere. So I decided to do reviews on episodes that I really enjoy and also interest me the most. And for some of the other episodes, I will be giving my first impressions on them, starting with the Season 6 premiere episode, The Crystalling. So, let's take a look.
We have to get this right, yes we have to make them see. We can save the crystal ponies with their history.
So, my first impressions. It was a really great episode. Not as fantastic as Princess Twilight Sparkle and the Cutie Map, but I'd say I think the best premiere episode with the return of Harmony. It definitely brought some new stuff to the table. On one side, we have the birth of Shining Armor and Kate's new foal, Princess Fairyheart, and OMG, she is so cute! We also get a bit more equestrian history of the Crystal Empire with the christening ceremony. It's basically the way of celebrating a christening back in our world, and I love how the story is visualized on a Greek-style jar called an urn. Clever visuals in the usual book. We also get some great humor from Shining Armor stressing out over everything, to Fairyheart's magic going out of control, along with Pinkie playing with her trying to grab hold of her, like we saw it with the Kate twins back in Baby Cakes in Season 2. Also, we finally get to see Celestia and Luna finally taking an active role in the situation, by trying to hold back the storm while the others find a way to repair the Crystal Heart. Now this adds a whole new perspective to her characters. After all, we have seen Celestia leading the army in the Somber Timeline in the Season 5 finale. And also I like there was no villain in this episode. It was the forces of the Frozen North at work, like with the Everfree Forest of the Plundervines in Princess Twilight Sparkle. And the morals are great too. One of them I'll get to in a second. Twilight learning that as well as trying to be a better teacher to Starlight, she can always guide her on the right path, which demonstrates it perfectly throughout the episode. And on the other side of the coin, we have Starlight Glimmer reuniting with her old friend Sunburst as part of her first friendship lesson, being a new student and friend to Twilight. I like the fact that she is sporting a new main style, which reflects on being a villain to her friend. Like Serena changed her look from losing her first Pokemon Showcase to start her amazing character growth in Pokemon XY, and she is living with Twilight and Spike in the Castle of Friendship. I love Starlight even more now. She has got way more character development from Season 5, where she was a villain in the Cutie Map, to the Season 5 finale to the Cutie Remark where she was reformed. Here we see her conflict of avoiding to see Sunburst after a long time, and she is worried about if she will go into a huge panic over it. I know how that feels. But luckily, Spike is there to help her through it. And by the way, Spike was awesome in this episode. He is at his best at being a friend to Starlight as well as being Twilight's #1 assistant. The interactions between the two of them were enjoyable to watch, as Spike understands how Starlight is feeling and he is willing to overcome this obstacle. And Starlight understands in the end that having past failures is something that she and Sunburst have in common, and are willing to put the past behind them. That is great character development. Starlight and Sunburst meeting for the first time immediately reminded me of how Twilight and Moondancer reunites with each other back in Amending Fences, as Sunburst is also fascinated with books like she does. Some of the interactions at first were a bit awkward, but I found it understandable due to the sense of nervousness both of them were having. And Sunburst's design is really cool, especially having a warm yellow body with a cream for the legs, when he dresses in a wizard-style cloak along with the glasses. Makes you think how Starsword the Bearded would have looked if we saw him for real in the show. After all, we've already seen that in the comics. And it also reminds me of Harry Potter, which is a pretty cool thing. We all thought along with Starlight that he is magically talented, but in reality, he is not magically talented at all, as he tells Starlight they didn't do well in magic school. Although he studies magic, but he can't actually perform magic. This part of the episode is really well done, as the two of them honestly tell each other their secrets, and they reconcile with each other, not only by helping Twilight, the princesses, and the others save the Empire from the Winter Storm, but also keeping in touch, which creates a great possibility for future stories with them. And Starlight and Sunburst, I ship it. Now, there were a couple of things that, one, I didn't really like, and one that got me a bit confused from this episode. One is where the ponies who had come to see the ceremony would have been hit with a stupid stick. Again. Well, not really stupid like we saw in Princess Spike. They were a bit ignorant of the storm that was happening around them, but they only realized the danger after Shining Armor tells them about it. Then Applejack fled to Shine Rainbow Dash telling them about it. I mean, come on guys, they are the friends of the Princess of Friendship, and the heroes of Equestria, who helped Spike and Twilight save the Crystal Empire the first time around. I mean, come on! And one thing that really got me a bit confused was when Celestia said, a natural-born alicorn is something that Equestria has never seen, and Luna added by saying that it is not within their understanding. Does this mean that Celestia and Luna were not born alicorns like we first thought? Or are they saying they were born alicorns before Equestria was founded, and saying Flurryheart is the first-born alicorn in Equestria after 1,000 years? I guess only time will tell on this matter, and I guess it's still open for interpretation. Overall, this was a great start to Season 6. Fantastic character development for the characters, including Starlight, great comedy, great world building for the Crystal Empire, and refreshing conflict with the forces of nature at work. And if you guys looked really closely at the episode's end, I can see a changeling. I think a return of Chrysalis is imminent. Maybe that is a foreshadowing to the Season 6 finale, like what we saw with Starlight last season, or maybe that was just a full gang like we saw in Slice of Life. But only time will tell. So thank you guys for watching, and tell me your thoughts on this premiere in the comments below. And until next time, this is Rosepal saying, see you later, every pony.